Hi guys, I'm back. I'm here to watch episode 8, the finale of season 3 for Death in Paradise. Really enjoyed everything so far. I've got two of them wrong, so hopefully I can only just keep to that and not make it a 3 wrong, but you never know. Um, I counted my last one as wrong because I didn't do my sum up before they did it, and then when I realized he was like about to say, I was like, shit, I haven't done it. And then they were giving me clues their way, so I couldn't, even though I kind of thought it was gonna be him, the guy with the tie with his sister. Um, it was just too obvious to make the other guy the killer. Um, but I didn't count it as right anyway because you know I was too late. I was too late. I was too absorbed in trying to figure out if I was right. That I didn't actually voice my opinion. So yeah, I'm counting that as a fail. But let's hopefully I can get this one right. But I'm really excited to see how they finish the finale. Hopefully, they don't kill off anybody because that would be a shocker. Um, well, main characters, I mean. But let's see what goes. Let's get to it. Like I said, they should have a soundtrack because they have some good music in here, man. Ooh, retirement home. That's a nice place to retire to.
I enjoyed today, Colin. Thanks.
Me too.
Better go and rest up if I'm going to have any energy for this dance tonight.
Well, you don't have to come, you know.
Oh, I wouldn't miss it for the world.
For the world.
See you later, Colin.
For the world. Sorry.
Well,
That guy looks familiar, man.
do it?
I meant to, and I planned to, but when it got down to it, I didn't have the courage.
Colin, we're none of us getting younger.
I'll do it tonight. What are you stuck on?
Bloody 14 down.
Orchestra, anagram of cart horse.
Nice.
Yes. Oh, Jim. My computer's lost the Wi-Fi signal. Can you do that thing that you do?
Dude. Everyone's with everyone, as it says.
Well, then you'll have to get used to shiny trousers.
I love that you can still nag me from 2,000 miles away.
I'm your mother. I can nag you from any distance.
I know that, that's the problem.
It's a good point. Parents have that power.
It's like a smacked ass again. I'll go some drinks.
He knows something's up. So he's gonna try to ask him out.
Is she coming?
Well, she said she was, but she's gone sick.
Well, Jim.
I think she knows something's up.
Emma, you there? Emma?
I can see her. Open the door. It's locked.
Run away.
Oh damn. So who did it? Who did it? That's the question. All right. So that guy, the bigger guy, I'm assuming was gonna ask her out or marriage or whatever. The other guy was having an affair with her, I'm assuming, and she was gonna say, and they were gonna get together, and obviously he had to tell his wife. So one could be done it because of jealousy. One could have done it because he didn't want to get caught or didn't want to say anything to his wife. Maybe he'd lose millions, whatever. Or it could have been the wife that already knew, but she was, she was happy because she won. I have no clue. I have no clue at the moment. But those are my three. Those are the four options. I think it was.
Suicide, accident, or murder?
Well, accident is unlikely.
Because?
Because if you're taking sleeping pills, you'd have to take the whole packet for a fatal overdose, and you can't do that accidentally.
Your aunt again.
Yes, sir.
So that just leaves us with suicide or murder.
It's not suicide.
Oh?
Well, it's pretty obvious if you consider the evidence.
What evidence would that be?
The dress?
The dress?
Well, if she was going to take her own life, why get out a special dress like this and not put
Exactly.
it on? People who commit suicide prepare for it. What clothes to wear, what time of the day, it's a ritual. Why get out a dress like this if it's not part of the plan?
You know what, Camille? Normally I would agree with you, but if this isn't a suicide, I don't think it's a murder either. When you consider the evidence.
And what evidence would that be?
It's locked in.
The door. It has a latch lock and a bolt. Both were clearly broken when the residents forced it open, see? And I've been looking. There's no other way into the room other than through that door. And as the door was locked, how did the killer get out?
Chief, so, Dr. Redding was found dead in a room locked from the inside, no sign of a struggle, an empty packet of sleeping pills beside her.
And no possibility of anyone else being in here. Or in other words, if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, and quacks like a duck...
It's a duck.
Exactly.
It's a
She killed
horse.
herself. But then there's the dress.
Yeah. She's planning to go out tonight.
Worked in the cosmetic industry before she retired.
I see.
We would like to get.
How
an
does he
idea
know
of
that?
Emma's
She's like-
state of mind over the last few days and weeks.
Emma's never been happier. And we all know why, don't we, Colin?
Emma and I, we'd been stepping out. We went to a concert today in a church in Honore. She told me she wouldn't miss it for the world.
It's possible we'll need formal statements from you all tomorrow, but for the moment, thank you for waiting behind.
Something's iffy, man. I can't quite put my finger on it, and she don't look
She was
happy about it.
Excited to go.
Fact. A duck.
Well, obviously it's murder. And there was that guy that was looking at the couple, wasn't he? Maybe it could have been him, or maybe he knew something. Maybe it wasn't an affair, maybe they just knew something. And she's like, you gotta tell. Henry! That's Remy! He's looking more and more realistic, isn't he? Who's that? Oh my god, is that the wife? No freaking way. What? What? I thought she wasn't gonna.
If you wanted
This is
to
gonna be
poison
bad.
someone or
Oh
give them an overdose or
shit.
something, but you didn't really want them to know what you were doing, which of course you wouldn't. How would you go about disguising it?
Put it in their food.
And you'd need a food with a strong flavor, something that assaulted their taste buds, rendered them inefficient, something like
Curry.
And Dr. Redding's last meal was.
Chicken curry.
See, that's why her main meal was mostly eaten when her dessert wasn't even touched. How could it be? She was already dead. You were right, Camille. This isn't suicide, it's murder.
But if the killer poisoned her food, then left the sleeping pills and the water to make it look like a suicide.
Yep.
After they'd done that,
How did they get out?
Leaving the door locked and bolted from the inside?
Okay. Let's just park that in the still-to-be-established column for the moment.
Or she emptied those pills into the food,
interview
mixed
the
it up
friends
nicely,
again?
ate it, and then went
And
to
let's
bed.
do that. Dwayne.
Come on, Camille.
Oh my god, if that's his wife,
We need
is
to get
he
back
gonna
in the
notice her?
victim's
What's he
room
gonna
again.
do?
We must be missing
Holy shit.
something.
I'm
If
j-
she
I'm-
was murdered, there has to be another way out. And the Chandlers, Pam and Jim, there was just a little something going on between them when he talked about the victim. It wasn't much, it was just the way she looked at him. What was that? It was jealousy, maybe. Something more sinister. What?
Sorry. I should have called first. Humph. Well, say something.
Yes, right.
Maybe ask me what I'm doing here.
Good. Yes, that's the one. Excellent. What are you doing here?
The board sent me to Martinique for a week. I knew that you were only an hour away, and I should have phoned.
Yes. Sorry, Camille, this is Sally, my wife. You're my ex-wife. You an ex? How's that work?
Pleased to meet you.
I've heard so much
How does
about
that
you.
work?
No, all good, all good. You know, given the circumstances. Anyway,
Well, I leave you and
Oh, no, of course, you're working, but, Maybe we could meet later?
Yes, okay.
6? 7?
Absolutely.
Which?
6:30.
Right between classic.
There's a bar on the harbour, Catherine's.
All right. I'll be there.
Oh man, this is gonna be either really
I'm
good
sorry to
news or
intrude.
really bad news. Or really, really bad news. I don't know. It gotta be a kick in the nads and a kick in the heart.
Fine. Never better.
Going the wrong way.
What are we doing?
Going to the retirement home?
Of course, of course.
Yep. Oh man, this is bad. What's she doing there? That's the question.
Okay, delivered to Emma Redding.
Yeah, he's not even.
Sylvain doesn't think anyone could have tampered with the food while she was delivering it, and as at least one other guest had the same meal, it couldn't have been tampered within the kitchen. Are you listening to any of this?
No.
Yes, every word. Go on.
At 5:45 p.m., Sylvain collected the empty plates from outside Judith's room, but Dr. Redding hadn't put hers out. Hello?
Nah. Suppose that's right. Or hang up on her or something. This guy's always watching. What's going on over here?
Is everything all right, Mr. Whitten?
Yeah. Just getting some air.
By staring at people. Something's up with this.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's
Sir?
fine.
Yeah. The only way in or out of the chalet is through this door, which was locked and bolted from the inside. It's impossible.
That was Dwayne. There were 3 entries in the victim's diary for yesterday. The concert with Mr. Campbell, the dance,
And?
and a note to meet Judith Musgrove at 3 p.m.
Judith Musgrove. We spoke to her last night, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
I wonder why she didn't feel the need to mention it then.
Oh, at 3 p.m.
14 points.
I thought she was preoccupied, worried even.
You know something
I'm
is up.
sorry, I should have told you all this yesterday, shouldn't I?
I'm sorry, but I don't understand what the problem is. What's going on? It's like the 5th time I've called. My inspector's waiting for those results. No, I'll hold.
Ooh, maybe it's like a fraud business or some shit like that.
Excuse me?
Finding out what happened to Dr. Redding?
It's, Mr.
Whitten, David Whitten.
Were you a friend of hers?
Well, of course, everyone knew Emma. Life and soul of the party.
Close friends?
Well, not really. I've only been here 6 months. Truth is, I'm still finding my feet.
Then why the interest?
Just after a bit of gossip. It's like currency in here.
See the ex-husband? Maybe he had plastic surgery or something. Looks like funding's going to a different place. Maybe that's why. That's some fast dialing, man. That was like 4 numbers.
Well, thank you very much for your help, Mr. Redding. No, of course. As soon as we...
Right.
Oh, maybe he's gonna ask her to marry him.
Judith Musgrove.
Yeah, she's a retired solicitor. She's the home's longest-serving resident. No family, never married, but by all accounts, she's a very good friend of the victim.
Jim and Sally Chandler?
Jim and Pam Chandler, sir. They're old friends of Emma's, or rather he is. They were together back in the UK. Nothing shown for any of them.
There was someone else we saw at the home. David Whitten. Do you have anything on him?
Yes, David Whitten. Now, he's a retired teacher. He only came out to the island about 6 months ago. But by all accounts, he's a bit of a loner, you know? Doesn't really mix much.
And what about the manager, Sylvain?
Right, nothing on file, but I rang my mother because she's very good friends with Sylvain's family. She told me Sylvain's married, has a couple of kids, is involved in a local church, and, well, she just laughed when I asked if she could be a killer.
Ooh, I'm intrigued. I don't know what's happening. I mean, I know what's happening, but I don't know what's happening. You know what I mean?
was that I was going to ask her to marry me. I loved her.
So have
See?
Vidal get in
That's what I
touch
said,
with
we're
whoever's in
married.
charge of planning at the town hall. See if Colin Campbell stood any chance of lifting that preservation order on the beach bar.
Do you think he's a con man? That maybe Emma Redding discovered what he was up to?
Oh, so he poisoned her before she could tell Judith that she stood to lose $40,000. Well, it's a possible who and why. But we can't prove anyone killed if we can't establish how they got out that bloody room.
You know, maybe we can finish a little early, if you want to get home.
Hmm?
Have a shower, get changed before your date.
Oh, it's hardly that, Camille.
Oh, your wife came a long way to see you. It must be important.
Sir.
Important's always good or bad.
Autopsy report.
It's never half-half.
The only food the pathologist found in the victim's stomach was the curry rice and beans.
Yes, her last meal, as we suspected. So, have they identified the poison?
Cause of death was a massive overdose of gabapentin. The sleeping pills we found beside the body.
All right, wasn't expecting that. But her killer must have got the sleeping pills, crushed them up and put them in the curry. Then he, or she, got into the room and staged the scene to look like suicide.
Before getting through a door that was locked and bolted from the inside? How?
And Sylvain got on very well.
Exactly. Also,
He's losing it.
why would she want to lose one of her paying customers? I don't think it's Sylvain. Someone else got to that curry and doctored it. But how?
I've got the victim's credit card statements through. Nothing unusual. She did go out to eat a lot, though. 5 times in the past 10 days. I cross-checked the dates, but there's nothing in her diary.
Amounts?
All of them $100, all from the same restaurant.
It must be 2 people.
Okay, check it out. Well, I don't think we can achieve much more today. Let's go over everything again tomorrow morning. Hopefully we'll have the results back on the curry.
Oh my god, I don't know what he's gonna do. What is he gonna do?
What?
You got a hot date?
The date? No. Well, I mean, I would stay if there was something to do. I mean, there is no rush.
No. You go. We'll see you in the morning.
Right. Oh.
Night, Chief.
What?
Well, he didn't know. He doesn't know. He hasn't been told nothing. Don't you hate when they're like, you shouldn't have said that, like, what? I have a feeling she's gonna be really nice. It's just that he's awkward, isn't he? You can only take so much awkwardness. You know, you got your awkward limit, and then once it's over, you're like, I can't do it anymore. Especially if they don't change. If thing is, it's your fault for expecting them not to change, for expecting them to change. Sorry, but still, you know, you're like, oh, maybe I could try it.
No. What have you done with your hair?
Oh, God. Does it look very stupid?
No, I like it. It's very hum. Humphrey, what can I get you?
Oh, I would like a beer, please, Catherine. Thank you.
He's so nervous. Bloody hell.
I don't know what to say.
It's all right, nor do I.
Hey, what's happened to his hair?
There is one thing I've been meaning to tell you. You know those car alarms you can hear when it stopped raining? They're not car alarms. Turns out they're these amazing frogs.
I know.
Of course you do. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Why aren't we married anymore? I still don't really know what happened. I mean, I got your message and I've listened to it over and over. The thing is, it doesn't really tell me anything. Except, of course, that you didn't love me anymore, which is fair enough. It's just...
Yeah.
Did I do something wrong?
No. I thought I wanted something different, something new and exciting.
So basically, she's trying something out.
You, being a botanist,
Wanted to,
I mean.
you know, go out and
the grass
effed it up and then come back. Or
I miss how smart you are. I realize that letting you go may well qualify as the biggest mistake I've ever made.
Just need. Come.
Yeah, he didn't take that very well. So yeah, that doesn't sound good at all. She wanted space, time to do her own thing. Then realized actually she don't want her own thing and wanted to come back.
Just gathering my thoughts for the day ahead. I'm sorry, Camille, if I've been a little bit preoccupied since Sally arrived. It's very unprofessional of me.
No, it isn't.
No, it is. A lady lost her life. We're duty-bound to put everything else aside until we find the person responsible.
Just when I said are they gonna get someone dead or introducing someone?
Bar. I thought we would see you.
Oh no, I was busy. So?
Camille, would you mind very much if I didn't talk about it? Not just yet.
What's he gonna do? Is he gonna take her back?
Maybe I should just concentrate on the job in hand.
Yeah, let's do that.
Put everything else out of my mind and concentrate on who killed Sally Redding. Emma Redding.
Sally Redding.
I wonder if Mrs. Chandler knew about this.
What did I say? It's gonna be tricky.
Come out to the island, so I must ask again. What was the nature of your relationship with Emma?
Jim?
You think we were having an affair?
Oh, were you?
Yes, sir.
8 years ago, I had cancer of the colon. We spotted it early.
It's come back.
Surgery,
That's why.
and we cut the tumor out. That's why Pam and I came out here. We decided life was for the living.
Except now he's dying.
I still go for regular checkups, of course I do, and the last one, my blood count was high.
What?
They wanted me to go in for more tests. And I found myself asking Emma's advice, just as an old friend and a doctor. And she said she'd go with me. Most of the time, I was begging Emma to look after my Pammy for me.
I got him totally wrong. My voice cracked a bit there.
Camille, get in touch with Jim Chandler's doctor. Confirm his story, would you?
Yes.
Chief, I've just spoken to a friend of mine at the planning department, and it turns out that the beach where Colin bought his bar was only ever suspected of being a turtle nesting site. If he challenged the preservation order, there's every chance he'd get it overturned. And worse than that, if he's a con man, he's a very bad one. I spoke to his bank. He opened a joint account with Judith Musgrove. There's $40,000 in it, but no one's ever touched a cent.
Who's not a con man, man?
So, Colin's not a con man and Jim wasn't having an affair. Who killed Dr. Emma Redding? Why? And how?
The son! No.
Operation went wrong. She died in the operating theater. And guess who the surgeon was who operated on her? Emma Redding.
Oh, damn, man. Fair enough. That is...
By the girl who died on her operating table.
When
it came down to it, I didn't even have the courage to tell her who I was. You know, I didn't know true loneliness till I came to a retirement home. I mean, look at them. Everyone's got someone.
Hang on. They seem too close if he was going to marry her.
Did you? There were times when I could have done. Maybe
He
even
also
would
seems
have done.
way too happy to have lost his
But no.
love, his marriage partner. Dude, he couldn't kill her. If you can't talk to her, you can't kill her, man. Well, maybe from like a sniper, but you don't got no gun.
Can get out through a locked and bolted door. There's no point in catching them. How are we going to keep them locked up?
You know something, he's got a point.
That's a good point. I never thought about that.
I'll see you both in the morning.
Right, have a good night, Camille. Where's the chief?
He has a date.
What?
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
Mm-mm.
Weird.
Hi.
Am I late?
No. I bought you one of these.
What is it?
Try it, you'll love it. Look, it's like the whole of the Caribbean, but in a glass.
Oh. It's a bit strong.
Well, it's basically neat rum. That's why it's so Caribbean.
Yeah. Give me a gin and slim anytime.
Sally, this is Dwayne, Fidel. We work together.
Very nice to meet you.
You too.
Mrs. Goodman, welcome to San Marie.
Thank you.
Well, we'll leave you two alone, shall we? Fidel?
Sure. Bye,
Bye.
Bye.
Come to stake the place out, haven't they?
Nice.
Yes, they are.
What are you doing?
Having a beer.
No. You promised me you wouldn't come in here.
He promised. I didn't commit.
He made me.
You see, this is exactly why I didn't want to tell you.
Except she's gonna sit in.
Are you?
Fell out of the window.
That was funny when he fell out the window. To be fair, that was so classic.
Yeah, see, this is the bit where you say that you've missed me too, and then...
Of course I miss you.
So...
It's too short. One
Something you
day.
said yesterday.
One day.
I wrote it down, sorry. I thought it was important to remember the words you said. You said you were drowning in a never-ending whirlpool of niceness, understanding, and routine.
God, that sounds awful.
Everything was a soggy, fat, huge, predictable blob. Just let me finish. Okay? See, you're right. Sorry, you were right, I mean. To feel that way. It's exactly how it was. For me too.
What?
I thought if we could get away, start anew, find something different together, find something exciting, get out of our soggy blob, we could be like we used to be.
That's what I wanted to.
And you didn't, did you, Sal? You didn't come with me. I was here, waiting for our fresh start, and you left me a message on an answer phone. I was trying to save us, and you were trying to save yourself. So, I found different. And I found new, and I found exciting. And I did all that without you. I'm someone else now, Sam.
Don't be ridiculous.
It's true, Sally. I'm rum punch, and you're still gin and slim.
God. You're dumping me.
Sorry, Sal. It's not what I wanted. It's just what happened. It's what you made happen.
Well, she can't expect any other thing, man.
Not me, sir.
Oh man. But he's right. He's totally right. He's totally different.
First time you walked
At
out,
the same
now
time,
her?
but still.
You weren't here the first time.
Oh
I
shit.
was hiding.
Oh.
Classic. But she can't. You can't decide in one
Can I
day
ask
that
what
after that.
happened?
That's just bad.
It's finished.
Definitely
I
finished.
thought she said she'd made a mistake.
Yes, she did. She was wrong.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Did he make the right decision? Leave a comment in the section below. I think he did. I think he did. From the way he explained it, they were both in a soggy, wet mess. He wanted a change to help, and she wanted a change to get out. And then while being out, she realized that she wanted back in.
Not sure how I got
You can't
into
have
the
it both
cab
ways.
last night. Assume it was you, so thank you.
Why did you hurt him?
Bacon, eggs, sausage, baked beans, 2 slices of fried bread. You should try it. Right.
Yes,
I've been
that
thinking,
always
the
works.
Crow and the pitcher. You know the old fable. A crow finds a pitcher of water one day and wants a drink. But the thing is, the neck of the jug is too long for him to reach down to the water. So he tries and he tries and he tries until he realizes he needs a new approach. Rather than trying to reach down, he gets pebbles and drops them into the pitcher and brings the water up to him.
I'm not with you, sir. Sorry.
A fresh approach.
Your point being?
We need a fresh
We've
approach.
spent our whole time trying to reach down to the water, so why not make the water reach up to us?
He's gonna lock them in and see if he can come out.
Maybe.
Gordon Bennett.
Who?
That's why it didn't make sense.
Gordon Bennett, classic. Reminds me of Delboy.
The locked room.
You know what? I think I do. Yeah, I just need to make a phone call first.
Shit, I have no clue who it is. This is a sum up.
Of how Emma Redding was killed.
So she was killed?
Yes, she was. And what's more, her killer is in this room.
I'm going for the one they've never mentioned. That one on the left. Not him, the woman.
Are you looking at me?
Because Emma Redding was killed by the curry you took to her room.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, no, he didn't do it. That woman that
No,
was
you didn't kill
there,
anyone.
the flirting with the other guy.
Because after you put the tray down was when the real killer entered the room. And that was you,
I didn't know.
wasn't it?
That one, yeah, that lady there.
What are
Yep.
you talking about?
You can make a duplicate.
And when you had that, you were ready to commit murder, weren't you?
That's what I said that before, so I'm gonna win this one. I'm winning this. I've won this one.
I think they've got our dinners mixed up. I got your chicken curry and you'll have my fish. Thanks, Judith.
So,
Once Emma had finished speaking to her son, she ate her dinner. And as we'd already suspected, the flavors of the curry hid the taste of the overdose that was about to kill her. By the time she realized what was happening, it was just too late.
What's the reason, though? That's the
It
question.
was not time to make it look like a suicide.
Prepared to commit murder. But then, having smashed only one of the locks you left, using the other lock to secure the door, you then placed the plate of poison curry on a tray outside your own room, knowing that Sylvain would carry it away later. An almost perfect murder. Because when the door was finally smashed in, you knew that we'd find the remnants of 2 bus locks and presume that they were both broken at the same time.
Good
The
point.
suicide wasn't a suicide. The curry wasn't the curry. And the locked and bolted door wasn't locked and bolted. It was just locked. You know, I should've
Why?
known.
Why is the question?
When David here said that he didn't know true loneliness until he came here. Because he's right. Everyone here has someone else.
Except her.
And you had Colin, didn't you?
Yeah.
Always doing the crossword together. Always there for one another. In fact, you waited on them hand and foot like an old married couple if you didn't know any better. You even put $40,000 of your own money into Colin's bar, never even checking for a moment whether it was a non-starter or not, proving love really is blind.
It must have been wonderful to finally find a companion. And then Emma came along.
The reason I was so worried that Emma hadn't shown up for the dance that night was that I was going to ask her to marry me. I loved her.
That
You wanted
sucks,
Colin
man.
for yourself.
And you were prepared to do anything possible to get him back. Take her away.
It's always the one they don't talk about, at least in this season. Well, they do, but it wasn't very long. I got it right. So I'm 6 out of 8. Not bad. That's not bad.
Congratulations are in order.
Thank you, sir.
But there was something else I wanted to say. A little bird tells me that your wife was here.
Yes, sir.
There was also talk of a reconciliation.
Well, sir,
I'd hate to lose you, Inspector. And I'm sure your team feel the same.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not going anywhere. Well, not for the foreseeable future, anyway.
Oh, wow. Yeah, 2 for the price of 1, huh?
Oh, is he gonna meet a new girl?
Yes, sir.
Holy shit balls. I cannot think about this.
I'm sorry, sir. About you and Mrs. Goodman.
Oh, don't be, Fidel. These things happen.
I must say, I was surprised.
Not half as much as I was.
Oh?
Can you keep a secret, Fidel?
Yes, sir, I can.
Well, the thing is, I was just about to change my mind and tell Sally that we should try and make another go of it. When I looked across the room, I saw something.
What?
Camille.
Sergeant Camille Borday. She's wonderful.
This is gonna be bad.
You know what, sir? You should tell her.
Heavens, no. Risk spoiling all this. No. Things are best left as they are.
But what about if she feels the same way? That means missing out on something could be
Okay?
wonderful.
Yes, everything is just as it should be. Cheers!
Cheers!
Salute!
Oh man.
Beautiful.
I thought they were gonna introduce the lady that was behind him, you know, the one in the red dress, as a possible partner. But I got that one wrong. Right, so that was the end of episode 8, season 3, the finale. That was really good actually. Gonna be honest, I had no clue who it was at the end. I thought it was. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was I thought he was having an affair, so that would have been his wife. Obviously, he had cancer, so it wasn't his wife. So that was out. Then it was down to two. Some reason I thought it was his son. Maybe he was like perfect murder. Maybe he didn't like his mom. I don't know. But then I was like, what that? They kept showing her flashes of her hair, her little short hair, and I was like, it's got to be her then. They haven't talked about her. It's got to be her. Luckily, I was right. But you know, when he was in the lounge chair and she was waiting on him, and I was like, he doesn't seem upset that his future wife. I think I mentioned that his future wife is dead because she's like you know, replacing it. And I was like, oh, I bet you it's her because she seemed quite happy now about everything. So yeah, it was a great story, great story. The wife, man, just blew my mind. Just blew my mind. I thought he was gonna say yes, and then we could next season we'd have her in the show as well, and see how they got along, and then maybe see why they didn't work out. But then that would be a whole completely different show. So that's probably why he said no. But obviously, like he said, you know, he's started in fresh, new person. He's changed and he's become that new person, and she's still the same soggy life gin tonic thing. What he said. So yeah, I can definitely understand that. It's a shame because it would have been nice to see their chemistry, to see if they had any, or they were maybe bouncing off each other. But yeah, I think, like I said, I think everyone knows he was obviously falling for Camille, And I think she has too, but they just don't want to say nothing because they don't want to ruin what they have. It's exactly like you said. So maybe next season they'll say something, or someone more interesting will come into the picture. Who knows? Who knows? But I definitely enjoyed the season. Really, really enjoyed it. I cannot wait to season 4. And I think there's 12 seasons, so there's a heck of a lot of them to go by. Will we do all seasons? I don't know. I don't know because no, I edit these by myself, so it takes a long time to react and then edit later. But definitely enjoy this season. Like and subscribe, guys. I appreciate your support a lot. Um, Again, this is just great fun. It's brought me out of my shell because I don't usually talk. I mean, I'm quiet. I observe people, and having to force myself to make uh just to talk out in general, because also I tend to like watching a movie and concentrate on the movie. I don't like to interrupt someone's watching. So it's really, really brought me out of my comfort zone, which is a good thing because you have to get out there, do your thing, do what you like to do. I like reacting. I enjoy this. Also helps me with my computer, the skills, editing and stuff. I like to get into animation eventually, but I needed to teach myself that first. But yeah, like and subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Bye.